we talked about the White House, and there is one name that no one's really mentioned that, like, maybe could it possibly happen? We saw Ronda Rousey hitting the pad. She's talking about how she's fallen back in love with MMA. We have a video of it where she's comparing 8 weeks after having the baby, 8 years after stepping away from MMA to 8 months postpartum. She looks kind of like timid, a little bit slow, trying to get the hands back. And then later in the video, it shows her now, which the hands look crispy, I have to say. But she talks about she's finding her love again for MMA.
I'm happy to see this because I may be in the minority here, but I do think Ronda Rousey got a little bit of a raw deal when she left the sport. People wanted her downfall so much that they kind of were in a rush to celebrate her leaving the sport when she did so much for the UFC at that time and the sport of MMA and women getting into it. Look, she did herself no favors in terms of how she handled the media and stuff on her way out, but I always do feel like she's not celebrated in the way that somebody of her stature should be celebrated. Like, she is an icon of icons. She's a no-brain Hall of Famer. She went into the Hall of Fame recently, and I just feel like people don't really give her the respect that she's probably due. I'm happy that she has a little bit of a better relationship with MMA now and can reflect on it this way. The question for you, Al, I think is the mentality of getting that itch and then maybe wanting to compete again. For maybe speak for yourself. Do you get that itch? When does it happen? Did it ever go away? What's the process like for somebody who steps away?
You always have the itch. You watch the fights and you're like, oh, I beat this guy. Oh, yeah, I'm great. Oh, you hit the pads. You feel great on the pads. You feel great on the pads. And then you do a 2-minute sparring session with a guy that's like an up-and-coming 22-year-old that's taking it easy on you, and you're like, oh, I remember when I used to be able to train 3 times a day and wake up the next day and do it again, and do it again, and I was just hungry, and I didn't have the kids, the money she's got. I'm sure she's doing very well. She's done very good, and so that's the difference. Can she do it? I'd be very. To convince me, it'd take a lot. And I'm not really convinced with just one pad session. But I do think Ronda Rousey's done so much in her career that if there is anybody that can make a comeback, that armbar doesn't go away. She's always got that armbar, and she's got those throws. I think she kind of got away from it in the end. She kind of if you go back to that, people still aren't on that level, I don't think, in women's MMA. If you go back to that takedown, those throws, if that's your bread and butter and you get the right opponent and you go in there, yeah, I'd like to see it.
Yeah, she's getting ready to turn 39 in February. Hasn't competed in the UFC since December of 2016 against Amanda Nunes. So, it's been a minute, man. We're coming up on a decade of her having not fought competitively, but like you guys mentioned, she's a legend. Women's MMA isn't where it's at without her. So if she did want to make a return, the UFC would welcome her back with open arms.
And a huge benefit is that division's pretty shallow. Really bad. It's as bad as it's ever been. She could hop into there pretty easily and get a decent matchup and look pretty good.
Even you don't need a B side either. You can put her in there against anyone and people will be interested.
Even somebody who has just recently fought for the title is highly ranked, like a Juliana Pena, right? They're peers, It's like she could jump right into the Shark Tank with this division and ultimately probably be okay. Now, is it Amanda Nunes or Kayla Harrison? That might be a little bit of a road too far to be coming back from where she's coming back from. But 1-2 down the line, maybe you can build toward it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That sport's evolved so much in the last, women's MMA at that point was just it was not even, she was the first. She was the first one. Yeah. She made it happen. And usually, in sports, that the first couple of years, the acceleration, people, there's now girls that are getting into the UFC that have been training all disciplines from the beginning. Yep. She didn't even start boxing until very late in her career. So I don't know. I just think this sport's evolving so fast with the right matchup. They'd have to really carefully pick an opponent because it's even a Juliana Pena. She's active. The last 6 years she's been doing good.
Yeah, champion.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know.
Thanks for watching this video. Before you go, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for us. Also, give us a thumbs up, leave a nice comment. These things go a long way. And while you're here, do check out the rest of the channel. We've got live shows and full interviews, clips, and a whole lot more. We're doing big things here, and we appreciate your support very much.